are now tuned in to the Free Play Media Podcast Network.
We are live, Chris Denman, Travis Terrell, and we're in the basement of the old Rock House. We got a very special guest we'll tell you about just a second. Barrel Beard and Tattoo Oil, sponsor of the podcast here on We Are Live. Travis, how are those elbows? They ash you today?
They're not.
No ash. God. No ash. Put it in your beard. Put it on your skin. Check them out, Barrel Beard and Tattoo Oil. You know what? We've got a special guest. We don't just hang out in the basement of the old Rock House here in St. Louis. It's Wheeler Walker Jr. Wheeler, how are you, sir?
What's going on, man? I've never had a host check the other host's elbows before they introduce me.
Well, you got to make sure my man doesn't have any ash, buddy.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, I'm not against it. It's just weird. Usually, I mean, listen, I ain't doing the Tonight Show. I just did a last call with Carson Daly.
Oh, that's cool.
Ask me how Carson Daly was.
How was Carson Daly?
Didn't meet him. I know him.
They just bring you on stage.
No, they just bring a camera out and they interview me. And they just like ask me, some producer asked me questions.
And then Carson Daly.
Goes, here's my chat with Wheeler Walker Jr.
You know his
Like,
claim.
by the way, how do I get that gig?
Right?
A talk show host who doesn't have to do anything?
You know how he got his claim to fame? He was the old caddy for O.J. Simpson.
What?
Yeah.
I'd say also he got the claim to fame by being a TV host.
That TRL thing.
Well.
He was O.J.'s caddy?
He was O.J. caddy when he was younger.
Oh, shit.
Why do you just make up black facts? You're just lying.
I think that's true. No, that's true. No, that happened.
I don't know what a black fact is, but I don't know why he would make that up.
You better get hip to it real quick.
Yeah, for the listeners listening, there is a black man.
There you go.
I don't. You know what Black Twitter is?
I do. Oh my God. You know what Black Twitter is?
Well, I know now because "Fuck You, Bitch," probably one of my biggest songs.
Yes.
We were watching the numbers when the week my new record came out. And I don't mean to promote myself, but I mean I do mean it. My new
we're here to promote us on this show.
My new album, Old Wheeler. That same week, I was getting calls everywhere like, "Why is this Fuck You Bitch from the first record blowing up this week?" And it was like Black Twitter was blowing up, and like Erykah Badu and like people I knew were posting it. And the post was it was the chorus of "Fuck You Bitch," and it that's always these memes. And
right.
It said it's like all these hip hop. Twitter and Instagram have gone, didn't know country music went this hard. So I took it as a compliment because I think, and tell me if I'm right, I think Black Twitter is basically, it's not like obviously like a website, it's just like everything else in culture, like starts in the black community, like
I just know I'm not allowed there. Yeah.
The black meme, like all the memes start and like there was this guy Daquan, do you know him?
I don't know him in particular.
But he posted my "Fuck You Bitch" and I'm telling you, it got 5 million views on Instagram. I mean, what can Instagram hold? A minute or two of video?
I think about a minute.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's like a minute of my video got like, 12 million views.
Well, does that add more street cred to you, considering that like Black Twitter now loves you? Is that another knife into country music industry?
I fucking love it. Yeah, I mean, I've seen black guys in the audience. It's cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's I love it. I've seen black guys interview me too.
That's right.
But yeah, I mean, I think it's sad that you even have to say, is it like a knife? It's like, where's country music? Like, why should black people not like it? Doesn't make sense. It's like why am I the? I would say maybe. I mean, maybe I'm tooting my own horn a little bit, but I got more black fans than any other country artist.
There you go.
Just because I probably because I
real.
play real country music,
right.
but my lyrical influences are a little more, NWA than
it is
Kenny Chesney.
I would say so. So how's tour been? You just came through Kentucky. They just had a bunch of. You got Patino fucking everything he sees.
Yeah, well,
what's going on in Kentucky? Man?
I'm from Lexington. I don't know if you guys knew that.
I do.
I'm a big Kentucky fan, and it's weird. I've always gone back and forth on the whole Patino thing because you got to remember, when I was a kid, we were on probation. The school was in bad shape. Patino came up, took us back to the glory days, and then he left, fucked up in the NBA. But the reason people, I mean, I don't hate him as much as everyone else does. Like I still remember that him.
You have some
Right.
love for him, yeah.
I wouldn't say love, but I mean, I remember him coming back and bringing the school back to where it was.
Right.
But everyone else's argument, which I can't argue with, is you don't come back and coach the rival.
Yeah.
In Kentucky.
And
yeah.
I also there was some fucking bullshit too. He said growing up in where did he grow up? Probably Jersey or something. He's like I always used to listen to Louisville basketball on the radio. I'm like,
No, he
I was like, shut the fuck up.
It's not like you grew up listening to Cardinals games.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
Camo X there.
yeah. I don't talk about it a ton because all my family is actually from Nashville, although I grew up in Kentucky. But yeah, some of my dad's family is from St. Louis, so I kind of always liked the Cardinals. And my dad used to work at Busch Stadium.
Really?
Is that right?
Sold programs there, yeah, for a couple of years.
Oh, that's awesome.
He sold programs at the when the Beatles played there.
Oh, wow.
He worked the Beatles concert.
That would have been Busch Stadium too.
Sure.
Yeah, he said I think it was '66.
Yeah.
He said or something. Like that.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably for him at that time. It was just like more than work. It was a free ticket.
Right. Think about that.
20,000 screaming chicks.
How's Old Wheeler treating you on the album? It's gonna be packed tonight. I was just told probably sold out by come showtime. You're playing theaters. You're playing rock shows. What are we doing different this time around?
Well, I think here's my honest opinion, which not that I have to say that because everything I say is honest, but
Sure.
I think the first album was so big that, I mean, it wasn't fucking Thriller, but for what I do, an independent artist with a dirty country record, it blew up so much that it's just hard to compete. I mean, like I get the numbers every week, and Redneck Shit's still outselling the new record, which is
Interesting.
on the one hand, it kind of pisses me off. On the other hand, it's like I'll take. I mean, a record sale is a record sale.
Right.
I own my own record label, so at the end of the day, it matters how many total records I sell, not which. But to me, the new one's a better record, and I would like more people to listen to it. I mean, I'm hoping that all these people who are buying the first one are getting into it and will 6 months, a year from now, buy the new one.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, I couldn't be happier. I don't think I could have made a better second record. I mean, because I left the studio, the first record, like that's all it's everything I got put into this record, and then I put it I gave it all I had, and then what do I do for the second one?
Yeah.
And then I remember leaving the studio like, holy shit, I think the worst thing you could say is it's just as good.
Right.
And it's certainly different. I mean, it's different in its own way,
Right. Very, very touching. Summers in
Yeah,
Kentucky.
I felt like
really
I-
hit your, yeah.
Well, I've told a couple people it was like almost an experiment, using X-rated language and filth to become more honest, which I didn't think, because people make fun, not make fun of me, but get upset. Especially Music Row gets upset about me, the language I use. But to me, country music was always about the truth, and I somehow found a way of, without censor, because I don't censor what I say, it becomes more truthful, when I say it. So it's like Summers in Kentucky, you were saying, I don't think I could have sang that song without using that filthy language in the middle, because people will hear it and they're like, this is a hit song. What the fuck you fuck it up in the middle for? I'm like, well, that's part of what I'm trying to say,
Right. Putting it out there right.
I mean, I don't want to tell too much of the story, but it came from I was back home for Thanksgiving, and it happened to be a high school reunion, so I went there, and I don't need to tell you what high school reunions are like.
Sure.
The high school cheerleader there, the hottest chick you've ever seen.
Right.
This guy had 12 ex-wives and 42 kids or whatever it is, all stretched out. You know what I'm saying? And we're just in the back of the room, me and my buddies, we revert back to high school, and we're just, look at that, look at her piece. And then we're we all agreed, first of all, we're just well, look at us, we look like fucking shit. And then we're also, by the way, she walks over here right now, we drop everything and move in with it. Yeah.
Easily.
So-
Everybody's jumping on it.
So that, like I said, that we were talking in that high school dirty language, so it's to keep the song real, I had to keep that shit in there.
Right. Is the industry finally coming around on it? Is anyone in the industry coming around on it?
No, well, the answer is no. I mean, on the one hand, I can't get that pissed because, they legally can't play me on the radio.
Right.
So but I refuse to do like bleeped versions. 'Cause
Yeah,
I always dig it. Like there's a few stations around the country who just like they bleep it themselves and play it, which I don't get mad. Like I think that's great. Like if you want to play it that bad, I mean that was always my attitude. You want to play it, fucking bleep it yourself. But you know, I'm not against. Cause I don't even know what do they do even in hip hop. Like what does hip hop radio sound like?
It's like
just playing it on return music is tough enough to find it without like there's a very small slice of hip
you
hop.
remember how like they do the Die Hard on TBS.
Yeah,
Like,
well, I mean,
it's
I
like-
heard they do like they'll take like fuck or shit and they'll just play it in reverse. Like they'll go.
Oh, I didn't realize
they'll
that
go
that's
into
what
the
they were
mix,
doing.
Like, it's like you hear that, yeah. Because
That's what they were
I'm
doing.
banned from Walmart, Target, Best Buy, you know. But like all those hip hop albums sold at Walmart are
That's a good point.
are clean versions.
They are clean versions. That's all Walmart
that
sells is
crazy?
the clean version.
It's fucking nuts.
It's never happened to you on iTunes where you bought the clean version.
Oh,
by
it's the
accident?
worst.
Yeah,
I can't imagine. That was like the best thing for you though. Podcasts and Walmart banning you. Absolutely. Just grew. the
Yeah, I
legend.
mean, I will say I told Rogan this recently too, which is making the kind of music I did made me marketing wise
Right.
think outside the box. I was like, let's talk, you know. And some of those podcasts I've done, not this one, but you know, are bigger than fucking network TV shows. You know,
That's. I mean, you don't have to insult us while we're here. No, you do fucking Rogan. You got how many millions of people listening to you?
his podcast. I think someone told me like literally gets more listeners than Saturday Night Live.
Yeah, easily. And then Corolla's.
Oh, wow.
But also, you got to remember too, those people are diehard Rogan fans. They listen beginning to end. You're the musical guest on SNL. Half the audience doesn't even get to the music.
No.
Sturgill Simpson throws up one of the best fucking performances that show's
How
ever
much
seen.
did he fucking nail that?
That was amazing. It was so great with the horns and everything. I saw him.
It was
a
more
month
rock and
ago.
roll than anything I've fucking seen.
Anything. He had one of the Ramones playing keys. It looked like, right?
I don't think that's a Ramon.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, my mistake. Yeah, he
So
absolutely.
you guys have a
nailed it.
radio show too?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just trying to see how legit this is. But who cares?
You've been on it before.
I'm already too deep into it now.
It's like
Right.
you already started.
Yeah, you could bail out at any time.
What's something good to eat around here?
Huh? Good. You got all kind. What are you looking? Sandwiches. What are you trying to do?
I don't know. Well,
Barbecue.
They're all trying to go to that. What's the famous place?
There's a few. Broadway Oyster Bar down the street.
Pappy's. Let's
Pappy's.
Pappy's?
It's
Yeah.
right up a few blocks from
And
here.
you eat some place you gotta like wait for fucking ever.
Yeah, that's generally it. Like there's
Hey,
a
you get in
line
pretty
in the
quick.
street.
Tell them you know us.
Yeah, the opening band knows the guys over there, so they can get us in. But like,
I think I'll take care of you. It's worth it.
yeah, I don't
Right
know.
through.
I mean, I've not to get too. I won't get too graphic, but barbecue before a show is sometimes a bad idea.
It gets a little rough.
Yeah, we can. You know, I'll tell you, it gets rough for is the drummer.
Absolutely. So Wheeler, you're gonna head to Kansas City tomorrow. What are you doing on an off day? What are you getting into?
You know what? I don't understand why they fucking schedule it like this. Am I cursing too much?
No, not at all.
Can you bleep it for the radio thing?
Absolutely.
So tomorrow's our off day, and then we drive to Kansas City.
Yeah.
I'm like, why not just fucking chill,
Right.
and hang out?
Right.
But they take the off day to go to Kansas City. Then we'll stay there then we get to stay there 2 nights.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a fucking grind. I mean, you should every tour I've ever been on is like, it looks like it's like we're just going circles. It's like, literally last night we stayed at a hotel that we stayed at 4 days ago. Because we're going up and like, why are we crossing our fucking track? Because you know, it's like you don't want to do Lexington, Louisville, and this. We did Lexington, Louisville actually back to back, but then Lexington, Louisville, Covington all together.
Right.
Yeah.
Then they, you know, because Covington was 1,200, Lexington was, and Louisville were each like 400, so you can't do them all. I don't know. I'm just repeating shit people told me. I'm sure it's all wrong. I'm sure I can do whatever the fuck I want.
You could. Did you have any Kentucky? Did Rex Chapman or
No,
Jared
but
Lorenzen show
You know
up?
what's funny is I talked with Jared Lorenzen.
Shut up.
Somebody introduced me. Yeah.
on, on your podcast?
Yeah, I have a podcast, and he turns out he was a fan, which that made that's one of
that's awesome.
One of my favorite Kentucky athletes of all time, and he said I want him to introduce me at the Lexington show, and he's like, I'm gonna try to get over there, which is the first sign that he ain't coming.
Yeah.
But he said he wanted to, and he had some merchandise. I'll give him a plug, but it's not much of a plug because I forget what it was, but some kind of like, I don't think that it said fuck Patino, but some, you know, kind of like
Something
screw Patino, something
Louisville.
anti-Patino T-shirts that he was selling that he said he would drop off for me. I never
you
got
see him?
the. I never and I never. We talked on the phone for a while. Good dude. But God, I swear to God, because I saw him. I used to go watch. I had more fun watching that team than Tim Couch was right before him.
Yeah.
I thought he was better. I mean, I thought he was better than Tim Couch. I mean,
Had a better arm.
It was more fun to watch.
well,
for sure.
but I'll tell you what, man. I've never seen anything. It was actually. I'm surprised more people didn't kind of. It didn't start kind of a thing because he actually was the most interesting part of talking to him was he told me that he would tell the refs before the game, like, when there's 4 guys on me and it looks like I'm gonna fall down, don't call. A lot of times they'll just call it a sack.
Right.
Is that fucking you up too much with the sound?
No, it's
No.
ambiance.
Yeah, that's coolness. He said he would tell the refs before the game, like,
Right.
don't call a sack too early because I'm going to get out of it. And I've seen him with fucking 4 guys on top of him.
That was something to watch, wasn't
He
it?
would run into the end zone with 5 dudes holding
Yeah.
on to him. Yeah, it was great. And it was cool. And he had a great arm, too, at that size. But obviously, I think he has a Super Bowl ring, too.
He does. He was Eli's backup.
Eli's
with the
backup.
Giants.
And, but yeah, he talks about it, too, pretty openly. It's like a real, like, he just couldn't stop eating.
Yeah.
Really?
You can't run around like ankle problems and
Ugh, that's a good point.
yeah, it's like he was in a lot of pain.
What's the general reaction at a show for you? Like everyone's singing along, everyone.
Everybody just goes batshit crazy.
For the most part, they just singing along, having fun. Last night, a dude fucking threw an empty beer can, hit my guitar. I fucking lost it, man. A couple people have tried when they try to do shit like that. Even if I see it in the audience, like someone pushing someone else, I'll stop.
Oh. Okay.
And I don't play. I go. I ain't playing one more fucking note till that dude's fucking kicked out. And same thing last night. That dude. I mean, it would have. I got a nice like custom Gibson. That
yeah.
Yeah.
That
This isn't
made,
a fucking ICP show.
yeah, they made that guitar for me. And by the way, what kind of fucking? I'll just paraphrase what I said last night to him. What kind of inbred fucking redneck shows up to a concert and throws an empty beer? I mean, thank God it was empty, but who throws an empty fucking beer can at the singer? Like, what do you like? Thank God, lucky for him, I ain't Axel,
Yeah, St. Louis knows all about that.
Oh yeah, that was here, right?
That
Yeah.
was
That was right here, man.
But what was he hoping to do? Like he thought it was gonna go badass. Because when I see it happen, I don't take my eyes off him. I go, there he is, and it's martial law. I mean, the crowd
Get out of here.
One
Get
guy
after
grabbed
that.
his beard and wouldn't let go of it
Damn.
until security got to him. I was like, don't let him, because what they always do is they'll get down, and
Sleek
go
off.
around. Yes. Like, what are you talking about? And I was like, no, that's the fucker right here. And I wouldn't play another fucking note till he was out of the fucking.
Oh
play.
wow.
Yeah, because I don't put up with that shit. Like, you want to come and fuck with my, because, he ruined a song.
Right.
It was during while we were playing Redneck Shit, and I stopped. So he ruined Redneck Shit for everyone. So
Nothing like that in St. Louis tonight. You'll have
I
a
hope
good time.
not. Yeah.
Let me throw toasted raviolis or like flatbread pizza, but outside of that, they won't throw
St.
any beer
Louis
cans.
is a good, seems like a calm town. I mean, it just, what pisses me off about that kind of shit is that people think that that's like what I'm about, which is not.
Right.
It's like
How about-
to me, it's more about letting loose, having fun. Like I'd rather I will say, one of the biggest things on this tour is I've noticed much more women showing up. The first tour was a fucking sausage fest.
Yeah.
And women are starting to show up now, which I don't mean like a sexual way. It just means it's broadening the
Oh, yeah.
listenership too. Like
More
I think
people
at
are in
fir-
on it.
At first, they thought that they understand it's about having fun and like
Right.
all my female friends, we talk about sex and
What song in particular do you think draws in more women?
What's funny is they love "Fuck You, Bitch" because
Right.
that's what I'm try to explain. I try to explain music to people. I'm like, can you tell me? It's like when I listen to like John Lennon sing "Jealous Guy," I'm not thinking about Yoko.
Right.
Like you get your own personal experiences. Like when they're sitting here and "Fuck You, Bitch," they're thinking about when they had an asshole boyfriend and they dumped his ass.
Right.
Or they're thinking "Fuck You, Dick," whatever, and they love that.
Interchangeable.
There's one called "Can't Fuck You Off My Mind" that women love that song.
Can't
you go.
fuck you off your mind?
Can't
Fuck you off
Can't
my
fuck
mind.
you off
Do
my
you
mind.
do you
Wow.
not look on Black Twitter?
I have to check that
you need to
track.
get caught up, man.
What was that
That's
song?
gotta be the most part. People that don't get it, that aren't in on the Wheeler Walker fun, like that's got to be weird
Yeah.
two ways. You
I
get
mean,
dickheads, and then you get people that are uber offended and
I
don't.
mean, I will say I I definitely get too pissed. I get pissed in two different ways. One is like, I'll get pissed that people aren't taking me seriously enough. And I'll get pissed that people aren't having enough fun.
Right.
It's like this, like country music used to be fun.
Right.
You know, like, here's a quarter, call someone who cares, that kind of shit.
Yeah.
Last thing I gave her was the bird, or all that old shit. It's like nowadays it's just fucking singing about fucking coolers and trucks, and it's so sappy and shit. Like country music used to be honky tonks and having fun, line dance. You don't need to line dance, but
No, it's
let's
still early.
have fun with it,
Is
Yeah.
there an artist right now, especially in country music, that is on that edge, that's close to it? Not you, of course, but they're
Well,
pretty
that
damn
was
close to walking that line.
Fuck, you stole my answer. I was gonna say me.
Oh.
I mean, there's a couple guys who get on the radio who I don't know if you heard John Party, but he plays
Wow.
like country music. It's like he's on the radio and plays what sounds like country music, and I still put Sturgill in there, although he's got more rock.
Yeah, you like Chris Stapleton. You guys are pals.
Yeah. Stapleton's definitely there, but and he's doing fucking arenas now.
He's huge.
Is he gonna let you jump on the track?
No, I think there's too much to lose right now. I mean, again, because I like the guy, I wouldn't
Wouldn't do that to him?
I wouldn't. It's weird when you like someone, you don't want him to take a risk and put your, because if it backlashes on him, then I feel like shit,
Right.
when he's got to sell his house, take his kids out of private school or whatever.
That's a tough break. Who's the opening band for you tonight?
This guy Tim Montana and the Shrednecks. I guess they reached out to me. He wrote like the last two Kid Rock singles with Kid Rock, and that kind of crowd. The beginning of this tour was 2 days with Kid Rock, and
You toured with Kid Rock?
no, we did. He has a festival in Nashville called the Kid Rock Fish Fry. Don't eat the fish, by the way. But yeah, it was really fun. We did those two. We opened up for him at those, and then we had I'll tell you, that was some fucking festival, man.
Interesting.
Make a documentary on the audience there.
I was
Oh,
just
wow.
saying, yeah. I threw out an ICP reference. I'm like, I wonder if they should.
Yeah, it was definitely like the Southern Gathering of the Juggalos.
Oh, God,
like
no.
the infield at Talladega or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
but,
God.
but everyone was really cool. And,
That's cool then.
Yeah, it was cool, and it was this place called Fontenelle, like way out. It's like not a place where I would ever play. It's just a giant field out in the middle of nowhere, So people want to give me decent money to play a festival, and I get to sleep in my own bed,
Right.
And I hung out with him a little bit. Good dude. You never know with someone like that. But
Yeah, you would think after being removed from normal life for 2 decades.
well,
now?
yeah, I think, and in a weird way, I mean, we kind of talk. I think we have a lot not a lot, but some things in common. Like I think a lot of the shit he does is just to piss people off.
Right.
Like he ain't real. I don't think he's really running for fucking Senate, But it's like he's just doing that to
Just fuck around with people.
fuck around with people, get some
Well, it used to be you'd have a porn star, Jesse Ventura, and like Vern Troyer
Well,
run for
I
office.
think the
but
prob-
now it's like it's a real thing.
Well, the problem with his was, I think it was. I mean, again, I'm not speaking for him. We didn't talk about it, but I think it was like a fun thing because he was selling Kid Rock for Senate T-shirts. But the problem is with what's going on now is he said like he does it as a joke, but the problem is or I wouldn't say problem, but the issue is he can actually win.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the thing. Like
Yeah,
people
yeah.
will
So
go,
they
okay, we'll go to the polls.
They don't they don't see the joke because they're like, he's got a good shot. So all of a sudden it's like his. And again, I'm guessing that him fucking with people is now like, like a real. They're looking at, and I bet he'd fucking win. But again, my personal opinion is. The lifestyle he lives now, he don't want to wake up at 8 and do fucking paperwork and work on
God,
the
no.
local parks and shit. I've seen
makes
what
sense.
those senators do on TV. I've seen that shit on TV.
Yeah,
What
of
Kid
course.
Rock does looks a lot more fun.
Yeah, you have to. All right, so we'll get you out of here. I know you got a show coming up. Any backlash from the Florida Georgia line rivalry that we need to know about, that we visit?
Are you winning this rivalry, by the way?
Well, I'm playing the old. What's this place called?
Old Rock House.
Old Rock House.
I'm playing the Old Rock House, and they just played Wrigley Field. So you guys can figure that out for yourself. But yeah, there are people who've come to me like kind of knock it off. And I just said, "You want fucking make better music." Like you can't put this out in the world and have me be quiet about it.
Right.
You know?
I agree.
You can't just like put this on the radio and call it country music and have me go, oh well, that's not what I do. I just
How does this rivalry end? How does this come to an head?
I think I play.
Go on tour with him and get rape charges.
I don't think they were looking at me to fill Nelly's spot. Why the fuck they? That tour, by the way, is Florida Georgia Line. Someone just told me it's Florida Georgia Line, Nelly, and Backstreet Boys. Like that's some country tour.
Yeah. What a weird fucking world.
I bet they were all doing the same fucking shit, but unfortunately, they're only gonna bust the black guy.
Thank you. I'm glad Wheeler said it.
Yeah, he's fine. So just to make sure that was all alleged.
Oh,
and
alleged.
he's working on it. Wheeler, have a great show tonight, man.
Thanks,
Kick
man.
some
You
ass.
guys are hanging around, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We're coming back. We're gonna get drunk and watch
I was
you
gonna
do
say
some music.
So I don't blame you if not, because morning DJs, I understand how. Are you not morning DJ? Oh, do you
Yeah.
We're morning.
6
Oh
to
wait,
10
don't
a.m.,
the morning DJs. We're morning personalities. So
Okay.
So we have a
speak.
morning radio show. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, DJs always tell me they're gonna come, and then the next day I get a text about like, I can't get up. I gotta get up at 5.
We interview a lot of comics, and comics will call your shit out. If you say you're coming, you gotta go, right?
Oh, I don't give a. I mean, I'm a country musician, not a comic. But yeah, I don't. When people text me like, dude, sorry I had to get up early, I couldn't make it. I'm like, I'm in fucking Cleveland now. I don't give a shit.
Thanks, Wheeler.